Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So basically, today is Raksha Bandhan, a festival for brothers and sisters. Right? So I don't think so that there can be a good gift than making out a Python project and sharing with your sister or brother whosoever with the help of that Python project. Right? So yes, today we are gonna do out the same thing. Today we're making out a Python project that would actually contain the Rakshaman wishes for your brother or for your sister, whomsoever you just want to give, right? So this is the idea for today. So into that, what we'll be doing is that we'll be using out the turtle library. So that turtle library will be helping us to write out some text onto the screen, putting out some animations. This is what we will be doing out today, okay? Putting out some background image and all those things, right? So let's not waste too much of time here. Let's get started. So as I mentioned that this is a project for the turtle library. So in that case, I would be writing here, first of all I'll be importing out my turtle library as well. So here goes the import turtle. Fine. And as I mentioned that we'll be writing out some text and we'll be writing out some, putting out some animations into it. So for that, we'll be using out different colors. Okay. So now I'll be using out my random module to give out that different colors actually. Okay, so I would just write here import, and here goes out the random module, right? So both of them are actually imported out here. Now what's the next thing that I'll be doing? I'll be making out a variable, and that variable, what it will do, it will make out a turtle screen for me. Okay, as we used to do it with the tkinter library, the procedure is absolutely same. A slight difference is there that they we basically used out the turtle library. Here we are going to use out, sorry, they we used out the tkinter library, and here we are going to use out the turtle library, right? So let me put out a variable. Let's say that variable I'll be putting out here is let's say screen. Okay, let's that not be screen. Let's put out the variable here as root. Okay, fine. And here onto this I'll be putting first of all my turtle library dot and using out my screen function to make out my turtle screen. Okay, this is actually how we just do out this particular thing. This is how we make out a turtle screen into the turtle library. Fine. Now, next what do I have? I could just actually give out a title to this to this window actually, which will be appearing, this screen which will be appearing. To that we can just give out a title here. So root, I could just write that root dot, okay, that's not root, it would be directly turtle actually. Okay, turtle dot, and here goes the title function. Into the bracket, I'm putting on happy Raksha and Bandhan. Okay, let's say this is basically my title, because this is the main topic which we are gonna make today. This is the topic for the project which we are gonna make today, that is Happy Raksha Bandhan. So same title I would be just giving out here as well, right? Next. Now, if I just want to put out some background picture onto this particular screen which I had made out, so that is absolutely possible. I could simply write first of all the variable on which I had made out my turtle screen dot. I could use the function which is bgpic. Okay, now in the turtle library we have the function which is bgpic, that is basically used to put out some background image onto a screen. Right, that I had actually put on here after this. Now I already had one of my images with me, and that is Rakhi final.png. Okay, that is in the PNG format. So this is the name of the pic which I am having, Rakhi final. Okay, that already I am having, and I have just saved that onto the same folder where I had saved out this particular project. Always I mention this thing in my projects. Again, I'm repeating this out, that whenever you are working with and putting out any songs or any pictures and anything onto any of the projects. Okay, so whatever the IDE you are using and whatever the the file name you had given out, in whichever folder you had put on your file name in which you are writing out the project, always make sure to put the image or any song, whatever you're just wanting, into that same folder. Okay, do not differentiate that, otherwise it will show you that this particular file is not found. Okay, make sure to keep that thing in mind. Coming down, I could just put out a width as well. I could just give out a width and a height. Okay, So for that we will be using here root dot, and the function that we use here is setup. Okay, setup is the function that we use out here for giving out some width and the height. Setup into the bracket, we have here width is equal to, let's say that is 1000. And what about my height? Let's say my height which I want to give here is 700. Okay, width is 1000, height is 700. Fine, these are my things which I want to give out. Okay, this is all done. Now what I would just do here is that I would be at last writing, okay, whenever we just want to close out the program, so we at the last write out total. Okay, that is total dot main loop, as we used to write it in the previous like the tick enter. In the same way only we just write out here as turtle dot main loop. Now what I would just do here is that let me just quickly go on to the place where this particular folder is saved. So here it is, and okay, I would just go on to the desktop, and okay, and that's not into the desktop. I would just go on to the Windows C. Then we have users. I have user here. After that, basically it's the Sublime projects, and yes, here we are. So onto this particular Sublime projects, what I would just do here is that, okay, let me just get out some space for me. Let me increase out the size right here. I would do shift plus right click, right? Open partial window here. So after that, I'll be writing out my command, that is, okay, the name for my file is rakhi.py. I will first of all do control plus S, that is control plus save out. Okay, let me increase this out, and I would just write here Python, and the name is R is capital or is small, so that is capital, fine. So here PowerShell, so here comes the rakhi.py and hit enter. Right. So let's see that basically, fine. So this is my window which is appearing as an output for me. So I hope that you are able to see. This is the picture which I had taken to put on onto this particular image, onto this screen, and the size for this screen is 1000,700, which I had taken onto my own. You can just change out the size according to your picture size or according to your need, whatever you are just wanting out, right? Now I would just close out this here. This is all like we had just made out the screen. After this, I would be writing out here that is root dot, and the function here is tracer, root dot tracer. Okay, now what is it used for actually, root dot tracer? Okay, I would just first of all put out a bracket, and inside this write out 0. Now, as I mentioned that we'll be making out some animations, we'll be writing out some text. So what I just want that first the text should be written there. After that, it should blink, and as soon as my text would blink, it should change out the color. So this procedure will happen n number of times. Till then, I just do not close out my final output. This procedure will happen. Okay. This is the reason that's why I am putting out the tracer. So whenever I just complete out the program, and after that we'll be running and seeing out the final output. So there you'll be getting in a more clear way. That's why I had just put on this particular tracer, right? So let me just come down here. Okay. Now I would just write here T1 is one of the variables that I am making, and okay, and I'm just writing here total dot, and here goes the capital total. Now what is this actually? This is basically here what we are doing, we are creating out a pen by which we will be writing out the text whatever we are wanting onto that particular screen, right? So this is how we just do and make out the pen. Okay, and here comes t1 dot hide total, and yes, under the brackets like this. So basically it will basically hide out the pen for us, because we do not want that the pen should be shown and in front of it is writing. That should be a fast procedure, and we should not be able to see out that particular pointer or that particular pointer pen which will be writing out the text. We do not want that thing, right? So I had just used here hide turtle, right? So this is all set. Now in the next line, what I would be just doing, now I'll be filling out and giving out my random color of the list of my random colors, whichever I just want to put out onto that animations and onto that particular text, right? So I would just write pen underscore color. Okay, first of all, we'll be taking out the pen color, and secondly, we'll be taking out the fill colors. Okay, first of all, pen means the pen color, that will be done. After that, comes about the color fill, that whatever the text and whatever the animations would be there, inside that as well there will be some fill color. So what colors you just want to put out, right? So here my list starts and my color is, let's say, green. I have green, I have blue, next I have red. Okay, then basically I have black. Let's say I want to give out here as purple, and at last let's say I just want to give here as violet. So fine, these are the colors which I just want to put out onto this animations which will be coming out, right? Next, same will be I will be giving for the fill underscore color, which is again equal to, put out the bracket, and here goes again, let's say we're putting black. Okay, it's not that much compulsory that you need to put all the colors into the order as you have mentioned onto the above variable. It's not that like necessity. Okay, you could just do this according to your convenience. If you just like want to do it similar, you could. Otherwise, you could just change out the colors as well, right? So here comes the violet, and at last we are left with, I guess, green. No, green is done. Blue we are left with. So here goes the blue. Fine. Right, so this all is set up here, and okay, instead of blue, let me put out here as brown, because my like the one which we had taken here, that is already blue. Right, so I would just put on here brown. Great. So this is all set. Now what I would just do, I would just come down here. First of all, I'll be giving out the pen speed. I'll be setting out my pen speed, right? So T1. Yes, T1 dot, and here goes the speed into the bracket. Let's say my speed is 0.5, which I just want to give out, right? Fine, this is all. Now what I would just do, I would be using out, making out a function. The animations, the like, you could say some tools, some elements which I'll be putting onto this particular screen are different stars. So the star would come, star would blink, then the color of the star would change. Again the star will blink and the color of the star would change. Again the star will blink, the color of the star would change. This procedure will continue till the particular point you are not gonna close out your T screen, this total screen. Okay, till the point you are basically not going to close out this total screen, this particular procedure will happen, right? So here comes the function, and make underscore stars, let's say stars, stars, my variable, my function name which I will be making. Applying out my for loop, so for I in range into the bracket, I'll be putting out here as 25. So I want 25 stars. Okay, this loop will actually create out 25 stars for me onto that particular screen. Right, after that, what do I have? I'd be taking let's say two variables. Let's say that is p comma q. Okay, p comma q is equal to. Now I'll be giving out a range for these like for these stars, that in what range you just want to put out this star. It's not the case that anywhere put out, right? Whatever is the screen, and into that only I would be just wanting to put out the stars, right? So in that case, p comma q is equal to, I'll be writing here random dot, here you will be using the rand range function. Okay, rand range into the bracket. My first range is, let's say, minus 450 comma 450. After that I had one more, that is for my q. So again it would be go random dot rand range. Into the bracket I have the second one again, let's say minus 450 comma 450. Okay, let's say these are the same which I just want to give out here. Okay, after this, again I would be now creating out a new pen for me, so that I would be giving the name as T2, that we had previously given T1. So that is basically right here total dot, and here comes the capital 1 and the bracket, right? So this T2 will actually create out a new pen for me. Okay, now I'll be choosing out the random color for my T2 pen, which I have just declared right here. Which I would just write here T2 dot color. Into the bracket, I'll be writing here random dot choice. Into the bracket, I'll be writing pen underscore, yes, it's come underscore color, right? Pen color I had been given here. So what it will do, it will help me to choose out some random colors for my T2 pen, which I have declared right here, this line. Okay, fine, that is absolutely done. Now, what text you want to come onto your turtle screen? Now, here is the thing that would be coming. So, I would be just writing T2 dot write. Into the bracket, what I just need to write? I just need to write happy Raksha Bandhan. Okay, happy Raksha Bandhan. Right, that I would be just putting out here. Do you want to specify some font? So yes, I absolutely want to do out. So my font is Chilla, which I want to give out here. After that, the size would be 100. I want that in the bold, and even I just want that to be italic like this, right? That all set I have done out here. Okay, now this is all. And okay, what about the alignment? So I just want to align it into the center. Okay, line and center. Line that I had just set on in this particular place, right? Great, that is completed. Whatever I just wanted to write, I had just put on. And now as soon as this thing is done, I would be just writing T2 dot and use out the clear function. Now what it will do, it will clear out the T2 pen which we had put on, so that the speed will actually be maintained, which we had put on here, that is 0.5. Okay, so for that I had just put on T2 dot clear. Let me come down. Now what I would use now, it's the time for using out the T1 pen. So let me come to a new line. So it's T1 dot pen up. Okay, so it will basically what do, it will basically up the pen, right? What the pen we have here for the turtle library, it will up that particular pen, right? I would just write here next T1 dot go to. Okay, now where to go, we had already defined the dimensions, which is p comma q, so I do not need to specify anything particular here, right? I had already done that thing. And after going to that dimension, write here T1 dot pen down, and then at that particular place put out the pen. Then what to do? Then after putting out the pen putting the pen down at that particular place, start filling out the colors, right? So basically whatever the star you had made out, start filling out that star with the colors, the random colors which we had already given out. Right, so for that I would again be giving out the downside, that is T1 dot color. Into the bracket we have random dot choice. Into the bracket we have pen underscore color. So from pen underscore color, choose out some random colors for the star and just start filling them out. Right, these are the two lines. These are the meaning for these particular two lines. After that, I will be making out my stars. So my for loop again start for I in range. Into the bracket, whatever the colors I have given, total number of colors I had given here as 6. So I'll be putting that total colors here. Okay. So here comes the T1 dot. Okay, that is T1 dot forward. Okay, just 1 second. Let me remove this out. So T1 dot forward. Okay, and into the bracket I would be writing here, let's say 30. Okay, and coming to the new line, I would be writing out here T1 dot, and here goes the right, and into the bracket it is 144. Now these are some measurements, some values which I had given here for creating out the star. The 6 is actually the like the star only. Okay, of the for loop I just put on. Coming back here, I'll be writing here T1 dot end underscore fill. Okay, now what will this basically end fill do? It this end fill will like fill out the color inside that star, right? Till now we had just chosen out the color. After that we just need to fill that as well, right? So it is basically filling out the color. That is absolutely done. Now I'd be, okay, not here, let me just go above. Now I would be coming out of that particular function which we have defined, and here comes my while loop. So I'll be putting while true. Okay, coming to the new, just 1 second, coming to the new line. So while true will basically create an infinite loop for me. And here I'd be calling out my function. So my function was, okay, what was the name? Make underscore stars. So make underscore stars. Here the calling of my function would be done. And after that I'll be writing T1 dot clear, and that will actually clear out the this pen thing for me, and it will just like make out some different things for me, right? I would just now just take this turtle dot main loop above, right? So yes, the project is absolutely completed. Now it's the time for running it out. So I would just do Control plus S, that is save out this put. Okay, just one second. Yes, that is Control plus S, save it out, and onto the partial. Let's start running it out. Okay, so name center is not defined. So let's put that thing. CENT. Okay, just one second. Center. Okay, CENT. Let's put that inside the semi-quotes, and here. Okay, not here. Just one second. So CENT. Let me put out the semi-quote center like this, right? Again, let's do Control plus S, and okay, I just closed on the partial. Sorry, let me just again reopen that. So here we go, and I will just again run that out. So yes, now have a look that, see what is happening. The stars are making out, and here into the middle we are seeing Happy Raksha Bandhan written at every place, right? And see the stars are actually again made out here, right? So just have different colors and different things, different stars are actually right here. Let me just close this out here for a while. Okay, yeah, that is okay, absolutely. And let me come back to this particular place, and I would just increase out the speed. Let's say I would just put out the speed as 0 only. Do Control plus S. Again, I would run this out. Now it's absolutely nice, I guess. See, now the speed is absolutely wonderful, and here I am getting different stars, and into the between as well it is written Happy Raksha Bandhan. It is blinking every time, and that is because of the parser which I have defined above. Hope you remember that parser thing which we had seen previously, right? So the stars are coming and it's blinking, the stars are like making, and then they are moving away, then again making, then moving away. This is the thing that is actually happening out here, right? I would just close this here for a while, and what I would just do here, I would be putting out some more changes. Here I'd be putting out some changes. So the changes which I would be doing right here is I'll be changing out the dimensions once. Let's see how to change out the dimensions and put it accordingly. So here goes the minus 300 comma 350. Okay, as soon as I run this and close it out, some exception type is coming. So this exception, this is basically an exception. It is nothing like that error or something like that. Okay, so that, just do not mention that thing right here. It's not an error. It's only the total library which we are using. Because of that only it's coming out, right? Now the dimension is absolutely okay. Now these are coming at the particular places, and it's looking absolutely wonderful. Right, so hope you just got that how we can make out Happy Raksha Bandhan project as well, and share with this our brother or sisters, right? So hope you enjoyed this project. So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.